Another good one. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Alabama bass.
Pretty fish.
Aren't they beautiful? It's going to be a cold day out on the water here, but the fishing's going to be hot. I can already tell just looking at this place. Karl Jones has invited me down here to southern Alabama to do some fishing. It's really cold. We've had a lot of rain, but I can just tell from looking at this little pond, it's got to have some good fish in it. The water's muddy, so who knows what this place has to offer. But I'm ready to show Karl that we can catch a lot of fish and that I think I can beat this guy on his home water. There he is. Karl, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
It's been a while.
It has.
You know, it's funny when we were going through the challenges, trying to put together some of these fishing shows to see your name pop up. And if I remember right, you were one of my marshals a long time ago, weren't you?
The elites were in Montgomery, and I went with you on the second day. And in fact, in 1 hour's time, you put 23 pounds in the boat.
Hey, I do remember that. I remember those fish catches.
That
So,
was fun.
well, I appreciate you challenging us. I think we've had a little bit of a curveball thrown at us here.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's brought us quite a bit of rain and some cold weather here, but this looks like a pretty special place. So let's get out and see what this place has to offer.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Good deal.
Come on in.
Thanks. Hey, I'm Karl Jones, and I'm from Selma, Alabama, and I challenged Brent to a Pro versus Joe, and I'm really looking forward today, and I think we're going to catch a lot of fish. Most of all, we're going to have a good time. I do a lot of fishing on the Alabama River, fish a lot of tournaments, a lot of local tournaments. Really enjoy it. I'm very passionate about it. I like to fish soft plastics, crankbaits, top water, you name it, I like it. I'm really looking forward to today. I think we're going to have a great time.
Well, Karl, like I said, this will be a lot of fun today. Main thing is go out and have some fun. You know what I mean?
We're going to do that.
And you know, you kind of know the rules of the show here. First fish, most fish, and biggest fish.
Sounds great.
So you ready to catch them?
Let's do it.
All right, just remember I got to catch the first one though.
I'm not going to cut you any slack.
Look at that, the old brim beds.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the water temp is almost 52 degrees. And
Should
it's still
be.
a little early this morning, so let's see
should
what
be
this
good.
place has to offer.
Should be good.
You'll pre-spawn. You know what? Since you are my guest in the boat, I'll let you have the first cast. How about that?
Very good.
A spinnerbait.
Yeah.
So look, it's drawn up here, huh? All right, if you're gonna pick up a spinnerbait, I'm gonna pick up a crankbait. And try not to throw us out of the boat. And you feel free to get right up here, and if you want to run the motor, you let me know, and if you see something you want to try, you just say something.
I will.
Of course, now this
I'm not bashful.
this lay down up here.
I've already eyeballed that.
Uh-oh!
Oh, now that's just not right.
Second cast. What in the world? Oh, look at that. Hooked in the back.
I think that's a foul.
Yeah, I don't think that, he can't see it very good in this dirty water, apparently.
I do believe we can put a pattern together, though.
I'd like to think something. You know, the one thing that I like about muddy water is it should narrow down our techniques.
Sure.
You know, it takes a lot of the variables out of it. It kind of becomes the basics of fishing, you know, get up and typically beat the bank and, oh, that one feels like a better one.
3 casts, 3 fish.
Karl, that might be close right there.
I'm gonna say he's 12.
Let's see. We'll put it on the official Triton measuring board here just to see. And
13.
look at that, 13 and a half inches.
Yeah.
Our first
keeper.
Alabama keeper.
Golly, that's $1.
Brent Chapman's Pro versus Joe, brought to you by Fulton. waves of innovation. Maxxis Tires, your way to adventure.
Still can't believe you 3 casts, 3 hits. I've thrown over there 3 times and hadn't been touched.
I bet you money that was the same fish.
It had to have been.
This jig's a little heavy though. Look at this. Uh-oh. I'm down here rigging baits and look at that, you're gonna even the score.
Yeah, that's 12.
Yep. But guess what? I caught mine before you did.
I know. You're still up $1.
But you've evened up the score. Man, my hands are so cold I can't hardly rig my bait here.
How do you figure out when to fish really deep water? You know, I mean, you find a long point that runs out, and how do you key in on fish on something like that?
Fishing deep is one of those things that, you know, I have to exhaust the shallow options first, and
Oh yeah.
you know, if there was a fish, if it's not working, you know, you always got to get out and try out deeper.
Right.
But from there, that's where, you know, good electronics really make the difference.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
And getting out there and with the Garmins and just start idling around and looking. And you know, the biggest thing that people have to understand about electronics is you have to have confidence in them,
Sure.
because typically they're not going to lie to you.
Right.
I mean, if there's not fish there, if you're not seeing fish, there's probably not fish there. There's a fish right under the boat here. Seeing it on the Panoptics. Uh-oh, there's a fish. Little guy. I don't know. That I'm gonna put him on the board just to see. We might have to do that with a few of them here.
May have
just
to.
I don't think he is though. Oh, he's 12 and a half.
12 and a half.
Not a big one, but we'll
They're gonna get
clicker.
bigger.
Yep, oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll get bigger.
Uh-oh.
Cookie cutters.
I think I'm catching the same fish.
Yeah, I think I'm down $2 bucks.
I don't know, that one looks a little
most,
smaller. I don't know, let's see
First and
here.
most, so. First and most.
13 inches. Sweetie, you can add another job to your resume. Camera operator. Uh-oh. I saw that. Oh, that was a better one, wasn't it? Is he on there? He's on there.
He must have come back and gotten it, because when I let go like that, he quit.
I think he came right at you.
He may have. He may have just come up here and he saw this big bad boat
Yeah.
and just was in awe. He couldn't move.
Well, you
just couldn't move.
added to the list there.
Really? I just no.
That's a probably 13-inch fish.
A borderline.
See, so here we are, Carl. We're making the contours of
Right.
the pond, and then you can see on the Panoptics, look at the structure showing up.
Looks good.
So let's see if there's a big one on this tree right here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh,
Oh, I thought sure
Thought
that
that
was
was
going to have some
the
shoulders.
big one.
I
But
thought,
hey,
I thought sure that was going to have some shoulders on him. He's
the
12.
keeper though.
Yeah, he's a keeper. He sure is. I thought he was going to have shoulders though. I swear I did.
This looks awful pretty right up here.
The whole lake looks good.
Yep,
I figured we'd have had at least a good limit
couple
right
big
now.
ones. I know there's gotta be some big ones in here. Come on, fish. Might need to get you a square bill.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that.
Or we just do this and you weed through them. That's a little bit better
That's
fish.
a little better. Well, I hope
Not
that doesn't.
much, but
I hope that doesn't turn out to be big fish.
yeah.
I mean, you already into me for $2. I might have to wash dishes.
13-incher anyway.
You're gonna have me out washing your boat.
Hey, that'd be perfect. It's dirty.
Pro versus Joe, brought to you by Power Pole, Swift, Silent, Secure, Fraybill, trusted gear since 1938. Plano, protect your passion.
You know, when you're fishing something new, you come to something obvious like this, and if you don't get bit, that should tell you, you know, now that we've made a pass around this pond, and they're pretty challenging conditions with the muddy water and it being cold like this, and we've had bites down there, that just shows you that our odds are better to stay on the part of the lake where the water temperature's better.
It's amazing. Some Joe like me is gonna try to tell you something you've been knowing
Oh,
for
look
years.
at that. I made about 2 cranks on the handle,
Mason,
and that fish
how about
hit.
look in that box and hand me a chartreuse
Well,
1.5.
here, no, I got one for
That's
you.
all right.
Not a giant, but look at this. See, we're coming up on this bar.
Well, I'll be John Brown.
Did you miss one?
Yeah, I guess maybe my hooks just need to come off of here because they're eating it.
Oh, there you go.
Told you there was a fish there. I ain't as dumb as I look.
Sitting out here on this little bar.
That'll keep,
Yep.
barely, but it'll keep.
The numbers are adding up there. Now we just got to catch those big ones to go with it.
Yeah,
Which, don't they say that in the South we're fixing to?
fixing to.
Or is that a
Yeah.
Texas thing?
Well, now you know if you go in a restaurant, you're liable to hear somebody ask the waiter or waitress, "Is that fitting to eat?" You know. So I mean, you never know.
You got another one? Well, you're gonna. Here you're sitting there saying we're saying this the chartreuse, and now you're.
Both of us casting.
I think this is a perfect example, though, Carl, of why power poles are so handy. You
Oh,
know?
absolutely.
Here we are. We found this spot. We just put the power poles down, and this way we're not stirring the spot up. We're just fishing.
I still hear people say, "You know what? I've never needed them before."
Yeah.
Yeah. You never
Well, yeah.
have.
Look at that. You sit there and say it's.
I feel
That's
like
a
you
better
just.
one.
I feel like you have put a pup tent up. Look, it's time to camp out.
There you go. Oh, I think we found
Almost
some.
had a double. It's close. I hadn't released this one yet. We may get to count that as a double. Mine's short.
No, let's
That is
check it.
short.
No, it's not.
That is short.
No way. Mine's probably is. Yours is 12 and a quarter.
12 and a quarter.
I just came from a place where 12 and a quarters were big ones.
You sorry dog.
What is he?
12 and a quarter.
What was that again?
I didn't know you already.
See, and look, mine's 12 and a quarter too.
I figured it
A
was.
double.
A double.
I got to keep that cushion going there.
Yeah. Break out an old school bait here.
I saw that bait. That is clearly, if you start catching them on that, I will assure you I'm in trouble. What the heck is that thing?
I have no idea. I had a lady that worked with me, and her husband loved to fish, and he passed away, and she gave me gobs of fishing tackle.
You got to be kidding me. Oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And that's a good one on your first cast. Holy cow. Oh, wow. Now that
Brent,
is funny.
that's funny.
That is hilarious. You need some pliers here?
Let's see. No, thank you.
Wow. Now that looks more like a springtime
Yeah,
Alabama bass.
yeah, I'm gonna say probably 4.
I would say that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put him in the live well, and
right.
we'll weigh him here in a little bit.
Okay,
How about that?
that sounds great.
How about that for
How about
ridiculous?
that?
Very first cast on the cheesiest looking lure I've ever seen.
Oh, that's just wrong. Ray Fluker would just, I tell you what, he's jumping for joy right now. I caught a fish on one of his lures.
Look how ugly that thing is.
Oh, it's ugly as sin.
Pro versus Joe, brought to you by Sportsman Shake. Power your obsession. Garmin Panoptics, all-seeing sonar. Join the pros who switch to Garmin. Pro versus Joe, brought to you by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Pitbull Cutters. The best braided line cutters, period.
The thing I know is if I can catch little ones on it, it's just a matter of time before this thing gets in front of a big one.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, what do we got here? There's a better one. Nothing like yours, but
All right now.
I guess it's not as big as I thought, but guess what?
It's a keeper.
It's a keeper.
It's a keeper. You know there's some 5s and 6s in here. It's the best time of the year to catch one.
Yep. Oh, I guess we just say something and get it?
Yeah.
That's my best fish of the day. No,
It's gonna be close.
getting a little bit better,
Yeah.
but that's what you call barely hooked right there. What do you think?
That's barely hooked.
Carl, we'll just add that on to the total tally
Yeah,
there.
I see that.
Oh, there we go. Had to say something.
I don't even want to
I
hear
need the
it.
net for that one.
Oh my Lord.
I netted yours. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You want to go to the other side?
Nope, there he is. All right.
All right, you may need to put a culling ball in that now. We don't need any mistakes on that.
How about that? There we go.
You got it?
That's what springtime fishing's all about right there.
Showing out. There you go. I hear you.
Oh, don't do that.
That's fun.
Kind of called the shot on that one, didn't I?
That's
Said
kinda
that's how we didn't catch one there earlier. And that's a perfect spot for there to be one. All right, we'll have a little weigh-in later, but I'll put a culling rope on mine. How about that?
The suspense is killing me already.
Oh, that's a fish.
Yeah, I
Well.
hear you.
Not a bad one, not a giant, but
A fish.
a fish. Look how he's hooked.
Yeah, top and bottom.
Little fish, and
He
he
wasn't
gets the
gonna come
bottom hook
unbuttoned.
and top hook.
He wasn't going to come unbuttoned.
There's an another
don't
good
do
one.
It. Don't do
Another
it.
good
Don't
one.
do it.
Yeah, grab the net on that one. Oh gosh.
Don't you lose it.
Oh, here I'm gonna come on this side. It's amazing. It warms up. Oh yeah. Woo!
You got me with that one.
I don't know.
I don't know. Things are looking up. We might be here till midnight.
You sit down. Look at that fish.
Oh yeah.
They're like clones. I don't
Yeah.
know. He might be bigger, but
I don't know.
we're not done
A
yet.
good fish. No, He choked it too.
He ate it good though. And you know, that's the thing about this time of year when it warms up like that.
Pretty fish.
Aren't they beautiful?
Oh yeah.
All white though from that muddy water, all that
Uh-huh.
rain. But see, that's the thing. It's later in the day. You know, people are like, how come you don't get out on the water earlier? Especially in the springtime, the best fishing's later in the day. And the last 20 minutes or last half hour is a testament of that. Our 3 biggest fish of the day. Well, Carl, I did not catch a 5-pounder on that last cast.
And I did not either.
But I know you got to catch a big one. I got to catch 2 big ones, and we caught a bunch of numbers.
We had a
so
good time.
Mother Nature's gonna push us off of here a little shorter than we'd like, but I don't know about you. I had a great time.
I
It's
did
always
too.
fun to come and fish somewhere new, fish with someone new, learn a lot,
Sure.
and you know, I had a blast.
I did
hope
too.
you did too,
I
and
did.
I enjoyed it. You know, springtime fishing. You know, early spring, February. You know, might not be the most optimal to be out here with shorts and flip-flops, but it can be one of the best times of the year to catch big ones, and you don't have to get out of bed early to do it. Usually the better fishing's later in the day, as you can see with us, and you know, we had a good time, and I don't know about you, but I look forward to doing it again.
We will, sure will. Good deal.
We kind of got run off the water by Mother Nature and some rain, but what an amazing day on the water. It was cold outside, but the fishing made up for it. You know, it started out a little bit slow for us for quality of fish. We caught a lot of numbers, but you could just tell that there was better fish in here.
Had a great time today fishing with Brent. He's a great guy. I consider him a good friend now after today. We had a great time on the water. And I tell you, it was kind of cool out here today, but you know, the action was hot at times.
Something I've learned, especially early springtime like this, late winter, is later in the day is better fishing, and that's exactly what happened.
You know, if you're gonna beat the best in the world, you gotta do something different.
Karl pulled out the ugliest looking crankbait I've ever seen. I mean, it was probably older than him and I combined, but he catches that 5-something pounder very first cast on it.
I had a friend that gave me that bait years ago. I never had used it. I just broke it out on a whim, and hey, it paid off.
And that clued me in to, as well, as I was catching them on a small crankbait. I'm like, I need to go to something bigger, and I put that bigger square bill on and managed to catch those 2 quality fish as well. Karl definitely got me on the big fish, but you know, we had a great time out there and enjoyed fishing with him, and look forward to doing it again.
I encourage people to sign up for this. If you get an opportunity to do it, don't turn that opportunity down, because it certainly is a lot of fun.